At the Bay of Bengal, millions of liters of water collide and discharge into the ocean every single second. This massive surge is the terminus of a 2,525-kilometer hydrological system known as the Ganga. A system of this magnitude functions as a modular assembly of shifting geographic identities. This emergent architecture is built across three distinct structural phases. Phase 1 is the formative zone, rooted high in the glacial peaks. Phase 2 is the accumulation zone, dragging across the wide continental mainland. And Phase 3 is the dispersal zone, where the structure breaks apart at the ocean terminus. Mapping the Ganga requires reverse engineering a highly structured continental-scale data collection mechanism. We begin Phase 1 high in the Himalayan topography of Uttarakhand. This is the Sadopanth Glacier. The harsh, frozen terrain here serves as the absolute origin point for a stream called the Alaknanda. The Alaknanda acts as the primary central spine onto which all other mountain streams will attach. These points of integration are called prayags, geographic confluences where two rivers merge. The first major input occurs when the Dali Ganga River locks into the Alaknanda at Vishnu Prayag. Further downstream, the Nandakini River feeds into the main spine at Nand Prayag. Next, the Pindar Ganga attaches at Karnaprayag, and the Mandakini River merges at Rudraprayag. With every integration node, the Alaknanda exponentially increases in volume and speed. Yet, despite accumulating half a mountainous region's runoff, this powerful current is categorically still not the Ganga. To forge the actual Ganga, we have to track a completely independent second catchment system, originating far away at the Gangotri Glacier. The secondary foundational stream is the Bhagirathi. The Bhagirathi cuts its own aggressive path through the mountains until its trajectory violently intersects the swollen Alaknanda at a final node, Deva Prayag. You can physically see the hydrological collision, the bright blue water of the Bhagirathi forcefully slamming into the heavy olive-green current of the Alaknanda. The town of Deva Prayag is built directly at the geographic apex of this merger, immediately downstream of these specific coordinates. Once the two independent glacial systems blend into one, the resulting current officially assumes the name River Ganga. With the main channel forged, we pull back to a macro perspective for Phase 2, the mainland course. The river leaves the mountains and carves a path across 5 states: Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. As it moves, it aggregates water from an immense area. To categorize this network, hydrologists establish a downstream-facing orientation, dividing inputs strictly into the left bank and the right bank. The left bank, or northern inputs, channel extreme volumes of water down from the Himalayas. This includes the Ramganga, the Gomti, and the Ghaghara, followed by the Gandak, the Koshi, and the Mahananda. Meanwhile, the right bank inputs push upward from the southern peninsular plateau. This southern network pulls in the Yamuna, the Tamsa, and the Karmanasa, along with the Son, Falgu, Chundan, Damodar, and Rupnarayan rivers. These rivers act as spatial funnels. They systematically drain heavy precipitation and deep runoff from half a continent, concentrating all of that mass into one heavily burdened central channel. Finally, this accumulated mass hits West Bengal, entering Phase 3, the terminal dispersal zone. Here, the sheer scale of the gathered water encounters a strict geographic choke point, the Farakka Barrage. At this precise mechanical division, the unified Ganga divides into 2 distinct terminal branches. The branch on the right forms the Bhagirathi Hooghly River. This right branch flows approximately 150 kilometers downstream, anchoring the dense urban center of Kolkata, before finally emptying into the Bay of Bengal. The massive left branch becomes the Padma. The Padma carries the majority of the remaining volume, crossing the international border into Bangladesh. Here, the Padma undergoes a final integration, absorbing the overwhelming currents of both the Brahmaputra and Meghna rivers before it entirely discharges into the ocean. From its origin as fragmented ice to its aggregation of half a continent's hydrology, the Ganga ultimately splinters into a distributed discharge at the Bay of Bengal.